Hello, thank you for popping by. So, if you're here for the first time, then welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. So, my name's Marie, and we are Fountain Pens and TNs. So, today I've got a completely new setup. So, do apologise for my tripod bottoms. But yeah, this is the best I could do for this desk. But I really wanted to record from my vintage writing desk because I just thought it got a really nice vibe that kind of goes with the whole fountain pen thing. And I love my vintage bits and pieces, and I absolutely love sitting at this desk and doing all my ink swatching and that kind of thing. So yeah, I really wanted to film from here because this is where I sit and do all my bits and pieces, so it's much more natural for me. So I've got a new camera as well, so please let me know what you think. It should be slightly better, so hopefully it all is good. So today I'm going to show you my pocket pen collection. So I keep them all in this Toyo steel box. So I love these. I've got a couple of them and I find they're really handy. These littler ones are ideal. So have a look around. I know Miso Paper sell these in the UK, and in the US you can get them all over the place, lots of different places. So we're going to have a look at all of my pocket pens. Like I say, I've got quite a few, and I particularly want to showcase these ones. So we'll start with this one. We'll just move that out the way over there. So this is a Wancai mini. So it's pronounced Wancai. So I say Wancai just because I think that just sounds better than the alternative in English and with my accent especially. So we'll stick with that. I'm not sure if it's the correct pronunciation, but that's what we're going to go with anyway. So these are super mini pens. They're really budget friendly, very inexpensive. You can get them on AliExpress. There is a UK supplier now, so Sinead over at Gretel Creates, she is selling these as well now, so you can get them from there. So if you don't want to wait and you want a UK supplier and support a small business, then yeah, pop along to Gretel Creates. I will put her link down below for you. So yeah, so you can get them, like I say, I think Temu does them as well. So all of those typical kind of, AliExpress kind of for the Chinese press, because it is a Chinese brand. But completely isn't a copy, as far as I know, or a dupe of any other kind of pen. So they are very standalone of their own kind of volition, but they are brilliant little pens. And like I say, they're so inexpensive. You can buy quite a few of them. From, well, when I bought them, I paid less than £3 per pen. I think that has changed a little bit, and they've gone up a bit because they've become popular, and that's what happens, isn't it? So yeah, so there's lots of different colours. It started off there were only kind of like 3, but now they've brought in kind of like another kind of series of them. So they're really great if you want to use them, say, for sketching and you're going out somewhere and you just want to throw them in your bag or in your art case. And you can put all different inks in them, and they have a great ink capacity for the size of the pen because they are eyedropper. So the whole of this here, this end of the pen, is actually for your ink. So way more than you get just in a standard converter. So you get plenty of ink for your book in these pens. And like I say, they're so inexpensive that you can buy numerous ones, put different colours in, and then you've got them, to sketch with or to write with or to journal. Like, no worries about putting them in your bag. So, okay, a little bit less of that. So we'll show you how these fit. So they literally, now I have only got small hands, so they're totally fine for me. So the end literally screws on to make the full length pen. And then it's a perfectly fine kind of sized normal pen. The nibs are really nice. Let me just bring you in slightly more. So they're really pretty as well. They have this lovely kind of design on them. And I think they are just really lovely. They come in 2 widths as far as I know. Technically, I would imagine it's a fine and a medium. However, they're not classed as fine and medium when you look at them. They're 0.3 something millimetres, and then another one. So, ooh, look at that shine. Bing, so yeah, I think as far as I know, I ordered them all in the same size when I bought them. I don't remember choosing a specific width, but they are different. There is some differences. So let's show you some writing samples. So I've already done this one actually, because I had to restart my my video because we had a knock at the door. So just to start. So this one. So it's the Sparkle Clear, and the ink that I've got in here is the Diamine Baltic Breeze, and it is from one of the ink vents. Excuse me, sorry about that. I can't remember whether it was 23 or 24, but really lovely kind of sparkly blue. Hopefully it's picking up in that little sample there. And of course it just looks so lovely in the pen because it's fairly transparent, but you've got the sparkle. It is picking up the ink as well. Ignore my minging nails, apologies. They are clean. I tend to have there is ink down them, I will say. I always get ink down my nails and then they look awful because they look really dirty, but it's actually ink and I really struggle to then get it out. If anybody have got any tips of getting ink out of your nails, then for some reason I always get it down my nails as well as all over my hands. So yeah, so that's the sparkly clear one. Okay, that's that one. And yeah, they just unscrew from the end. And yeah, so to fill them, they're literally eyedropper. So they come with a pipette. And then you literally open this part of the pen. They're really easy to clean out as well. And you can actually feel when you're doing it, they've obviously got some silicone grease around the thread. And obviously if that starts to become a bit loose, you can just add some more. And you literally just directly pop the ink into there. So yeah, really amazing. And like I say, fantastic capacity for the size of the pen that you've got there. So just amazing. I just think these are so much fun, and they're so nice to write with. They're really smooth. And the other thing is I've never had a hard start or any problem with any of these at all. They've written straight off, no skipping, no hard starts, and they're a really nice nib, again, especially for the money. So I'll put that over there. So I've got this one as well. So again, like to say, they come in all different kind of colours and kind of, yeah, colours, just colours. So this one, rather than being transparent, this one's obviously opaque, and it's a pale lilac. Again, exactly the same. Just screws onto the end, and it's really lovely. And again, really lovely in the nib. So this one, you can probably hear there is a little bit of feedback, but they're not scratchy at all. And this has got Diamine Lullaby in it, which I think is a really lovely match. So just to show you, so that's that one, and then the one in the middle is the one that I've got in the other one. So the Baltic Breeze, see the shimmer on it there. And this Lullaby has got some really nice shading, but I just thought it was a really nice, maybe not a perfect match, but you know, fairly close, quite nice. I think this would also go really nice with Potpourri. But yeah. Diamine Lullaby. So we'll just do a little swatch so you can see that ink a little bit better. And just bring it in so you can just see that ink. And then just, there we go. So as you can see, really lovely. So again, just fabulous. So that's the lilac one. Then I have got, so they're all pretty much, you know, standard, the same. Come out again because I'm just blurred on that now, aren't we? So, oops, there we go, that's better. So the next one I've got to show you, this is just a black. So if you like just a standard black, again, really handy. These would be brilliant for work. So if you're working kind of an office, or you're having to travel around, or even as a student, if you just want to take notes and you like to use your fountain pen for everything, like I do. I don't use any kind of pen other than a fountain pen now. So again, really lovely. And I've just got, I think I've got, yeah, this is Carbon Black. Again, Carbon Black can be a difficult one to use, and is known for, you know, possibly, you know, clogging up pens and things like that, because obviously it's carbon, a waterproof, ink. So again, no worry about putting them in these pens, because again, they are just so affordable. If anything should happen, you can give them a good soak to unclog it, but if needed be, if anything did happen with it, it's not too much of an issue. This feels like this this nib is a bit thicker. It's Pelican Carbon Black. Yeah, I'd definitely say this one was a bit thicker. I don't know if it's because maybe the ink's a bit wetter or the tines are a bit looser, but it does feel that that's a slightly thicker nib. So yeah, definitely writing a bit thicker there. So that's the black one. Great everyday pen, that one. So, and then we've got brown. So again, they're all pretty much, well, they are all exactly the same pen. So as you can see, none of them have got any issues with hard starts or skipping or anything. And in this one, I have got, do you know, I'm not sure what brown I have actually got in here. So I'm not going to commit on anything there, because I've got a number of brown inks. It's not automatically, oh yes, I know, I've just remembered, I know exactly what it is. As I had to look then, it's Diamine Walnut. Again, it's from one of the ink vents. There we go. See, I thought it would come to me eventually. So that's the lovely brown one. Goes very well with my coffee pens and my hot beverage pens. If you haven't seen that video, have a look. It's been very popular. So that is one I would add to that moving forward. And then I've got this one. This is the first one I bought. So this is like a purple sparkle. And I think this one and the other sparkly one are probably my favourite, I'll be honest. But I do like a bit of sparkle. So again, beautiful pen, lovely colour. And this one has got, and again, these take, because they're eyedropper as well, you can mix them up, and they take the sparkles and the shimmers and the sheeners really well. So this is I'm just gonna put purple on this one. And this, again, it's another ink vent, because a lot of my ones that I use in here, because that's where I've got all my different colours. And this is Bar Humbug, which is a kind of red burgundy, perfect match, to be fair, for this pen. Very similar to the ink. Let me just angle the page a bit so you can probably see the colour a bit better. There we go. So very much the burgundy, and it does have sparkle in it. Although I don't think the camera's picking it up, but it is definitely, there we go. See it there? It's more of a sheen there, isn't it? But yeah, it is a bit of a sparkle. A shimmer. Keep doing that off camera, putting the lid back on. So I think that's it for my Wancais. So just in addition to, oh no, sorry, I have got one more. So this is just the clear. So this is the demonstrator, and this has got Diamine Deadly Nightshade in it, and you can actually see, the light had got it really lovely then, and now it's gone, you can actually see kind of like the sheen and the shimmer just coming through, which is beautiful. You can see there is a little bit of ink in the lid, and that's easy to clean out because you can literally just rinse them out. However, that's because it is a demonstrator. If it gets shaked up, not a demonstrator, because it is a eyedropper fill. If it gets shaked about, you do get a little bit of there, but it's nothing at all to worry about, and you're not losing lots of ink, and it's not causing it to dry out at all, which is the main thing. So again, this nib feels finer. This is the clear, and this is diamine. Deadly Nightshade, really lovely ink, really nice if you like your gothy things. It actually comes with tiny little skulls that are in the bottle. Little plastic, I presume they are, little skulls that rattle about in the ink in the bottle, and it's just really fun. So yeah, and it has got a lovely sheen, kind of like a purpley green kind of sheen to it. It's really, really lovely ink. So yeah, that's that one. So that's all of those. Yeah, 6. I've got 6 of them, that's right. So then moving on to kind of like similar again in kind of size. So still Chinese pens. So this is a Jinhao 82. Oh, it's a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger than those, so we need to come out a little bit. There we go. Come on. There we go, that's better. So yeah, this is a Jinhao 82 mini. So this is obviously a dupe of the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini. And these are just super cute. Again, very reasonable, budget friendly kind of pens. Again, I got this from AliExpress. I haven't really seen them in any UK providers, suppliers, shops. So I'm not sure. Lovely nib, very, very similar to the full size Jinhao 82 nibs. Really nice. This one again is a fine, I believe, and as far as I know, these are completely interchangeable like the full size Jinhao 82s. Again, I've had no issues at all with any hard starts or anything with these. Oh, Jinhao 82 mini. Just stop that. And this has got diamine ancient copper in it. I like this one because it's like quite neutral. Again, this would probably go quite nicely with the hot beverage themes and the coffee tea kind of group of pens that I've got, because it's got that kind of creamy colour. But I like kind of creamy neutral ones because I do like to match my inks. I am very matchy with my inks if I can be, but it's also nice to be able to just put any ink in and feel like, I mean, it's okay, you can put any ink in any pen, but for some reason my brain will only let me put if it's a pink pen, I've got to put a pink ink in it, that kind of thing. So yeah, but when it's cream or something like that, obviously you can get away with more, but I do tend to go for like more the brown tones if it's cream. So again, another nice one. Feels like you're writing with a proper full pen, and when it's posted again, it is a good size. No issues whatsoever. Just compare the size so you can see it is significantly bigger than these tiddlies, and to compare it to the Kaweco, pretty much the same size as the Kaweco. So yeah, so that's that one. And then I've got this one again. This is another eyedropper. This one has got a converter in, by the way. So this is converter fill. It's got a short Jinhao converter, and it does come with the converter. This again, going back to the eyedropper. So this is, excuse me. So this is a Marjon G2 Mini. So this is Marjon's version. Again, lovely nib. All pretty much the same. And a lovely writer as well. I don't know if there's a G2 as well and whether this is just a mini version, but and this has got Aurora. So yeah, so it's Aurora Borealis. And I know I've probably spelt that wrong, so ignore me. But I went for this one because I haven't got this ink in any other pen, and I do really love the colour. But also, again, you can just see the because it being demonstrated. This actually is a dark grey kind of smoke coloured to the pen clear, but it's pretty clear, to be honest. But you can just see that beautiful kind of tealy, kind of moss, not mossy at all, tealy, yeah, definitely kind of tealy green, and a bit of shimmer that's there as well. So yeah, shows that off really well. So that's those. So in addition to those, I've got some more kind of like slightly bigger pocket pens, because these I would consider really small ones, and these are more a traditional pocket pen. So this is the Tom Studio Mini, and as you can see, I have had this one engraved with my name, which I think is really cool. And Tom Studio offer that on all of their pens, as far as I know. So this one, again, kind of more kind of design like a Kaweco, and definitely a much bigger pen when it's posted. So, you know, if you've got a slightly bigger hand for a pocket pen, this is a really good size one. I've just got the proprietary Tom Studio standard international cartridge in there that it came with in black. But I did, when I ordered this, because it came with a choice of nib, but you could order separate as well. So this is actually their flex nib, and I absolutely love this nib. Proper super flex and really juicy. And this is kind of what sent me down the rabbit hole of flex nibs. I then bought the Esterbrook flex nibs as well. So you can see, bit of a hard start there, nothing too major. Haven't used it for a while, so that's not bad going at all, to be honest. Tom Studio, I think it's called the Mini, but I'm not 100% sure. But I will put the link to Tom Studio shop in the UK down below, and I'll find definitely what it's called. But yeah, you can definitely see the flex there. I don't think I can come in any further than that. And it's just a black Tom Studio ink. But yeah, really juicy writer. And like, yeah, just really lovely on the flex. So really thick downstroke, and then thinner to the side, and then across again, because you've got the flex. Just I love it. Yeah, just really, really love it. I don't pick this pen up enough. To be fair, I really should use it more, because I do love that flex. So yeah, this is definitely giving me the incentive to pick it up a little bit more. So yeah, and just to show you again, just comparing that to the Kaweco. So when it's uncapped, this one is actually a bit shorter. So obviously this in the green, and yeah, I did get it engraved. So there you go. So that's that. And then last but not least, we'll get on to my Kawecos. So I've got a different kind of mix. So the first one I ever bought was this one, because green is my thing. I do love a green. Greens and browns, kind of earthy tones, are very much my thing. Kawecos don't tend to come with the clip, and I just think they look so like finished off and like a completely different pen when they've got the clip on. So I do always buy the clip. They tend to come with a cartridge, and I do like a converter if possible. So I have got a number of the converters as well. However, I'll show you that in a minute. It's really strange. I have got some reusable cartridges as well. I've got some, I think they're Dominant Industries refillable standard international cartridges, and they're really, really handy as well. They're just so easy to fill. This is the one that's got, yeah, I was going to say, I've got nothing in this one right now. And this is just a medium. I think it's a medium. Pretty sure that's a medium. Can't actually see. No, that's picking it up. But yeah, so this is the green one. I haven't got a fill on this at the minute, but I have got a converter ready to go for this one. So that's the green. And then the next one I bought was this black one. Now I've just recently bought a new clip for this one and swapped a clip off, but this clip is a little bit too big. I've got to give it a bit more of a squeeze for it to fit. I'm not so keen on this one. I thought it would look nice on this pen, but I'm not crazy about it, so I might actually get the silver one that's a bit more like this, because it's not quite my favourite. But as you can see, they come off. But yes, completely different pen, I think, without the clips on them. So this is actually the first stub nib I bought. So this is a 1.1 stub. It's one of the few stubs I've got. They've only got 2 modern stubs. My other stubs, kind of like, or calligraphy nibs if you like, are on all my vintage pens. This one I believe has got a converter in it. So let's have a look. So yeah, you can buy the separate little mini converter from Kaweco. These fit really nice apparently in the new Bennu Pixies. Don't take my word for it though. Just make sure you double check that if you buy it, because I don't have a Bennu Pixie to compare it to. So yeah, so this is a Kaweco Sport, classic Kaweco Sport, just the plastic one, and this is a 1.1 stub, and the ink is Wearingall's Dracula. And I chose this. Chose Dracula. Obviously, it's not matchy, but it goes with black, doesn't it? Because I just thought this stub would really show off how beautiful this ink is, because it's got an absolutely gorgeous pink shimmer to it as well, which I think is just the perfect kind of description for Dracula. I don't know if it's picking it up. Ooh, the Tom Studio's got a bit of sheen going on there. That's quite surprising. I wasn't aware of that. Look at that. That's definitely just got the Tom Studio. I'm very distracted there. So yeah, it's not quite picking up the but I didn't shake it first, so it might be that it needs a bit of a shake. So yeah, that's my stub, which I love. And then for a slightly different version, so this is the newer Kaweco Sport piston fill. So again, this is just the plastic one, the acrylic one, rather than they do this in the metal, because they do these in the aluminium, which again then is very similar to the Tom Studio. That's not my Tom Studio pen. To the Tom Studio pen, which this one is a metal and aluminium. But this is just, as I said, and I've got the black clip on this, which I think is gorgeous, one of my favourite. I went for that one just so it stands out and it's different. It's a medium nib. And yeah, this has got the piston fill, so this doesn't have a converter or anything else. It's literally got an internal piston. There is an ink window here. I think you might be able to just see it there. So you can see the piston moving, and you can see that you've got ink in there. What I will say is, and I've done this myself many times, is if you post in it, because obviously you don't have to, but most people do, post kind of like the length, because it is a piston. Be very careful, because what I've done a number of times is I've put that on and then I've gone to twist it to take it off, and it's twisted the piston and I've had ink everywhere. So just be careful of that and just pull it off, because you don't want to do the same as Marie. So this is a Kaweco. It writes so lovely, this one. I find the Kaweco nibs a bit hit and miss. I've never had any major problems. I will say the green one I have had a few issues with, but we've sorted that. We just opened the tines a little bit and the flow's then a little bit better. And this is a piston. I do hope that they start and do these in some different colours. Ooh! Don't know what that word's supposed to be. And this has just got Twisby Black in it. And it's a medium nib, which I think is probably my favourite of the Kaweco nibs. So yeah, just a nice black in that. Again, very nice everyday pen, and you get a good fill because it's got the piston. You obviously get more ink than you do with the little mini converter. So love that, and we definitely recommend it. It's a bit pricier than the other ones, but you know, it's still like, it's a nice decent pen. So the next one I've got is one that I actually bought in a D-stash. So this one, I love it, but there's something that just feels a little bit different about this one. Now, I'm not out and out going to say maybe it's a dupe or a copy of some sort, or not a genuine Kaweco, because it feels like it is. I struggled with putting the clip on. It just didn't seem to fit as easily and as well as some of the others do. The plastic feels just, I don't know, there's something about it that just feels a little bit thinner and a little bit less, I don't know. But the nib seems fine. It's a silver nib, and obviously it's got the silver finial, the silver bits, which is why I bought the silver clip. I love it as a pen. I think it's beautiful. In this one, I have put in one of the my refillable cartridges. This has actually got a mix of an ink that I've mixed myself, a couple of my inks that I had to play with. I tried to put the mini converter in here and it won't fit, which doesn't make any sense because they all fit all of my other Kawecos. I've had no problem, but it just falls out. It won't clip in and it doesn't sit. And I'm not sure. That's what makes me a bit more suspicious. That and the fact the plastic just seems flimsier, I guess, is probably the best way to describe it. So, I mean, it's fine. It writes nicely. The nib seems okay. But I just find it really weird that the actual converter that is made for Kaweco just won't fit in it. But the standard international cartridges fit fine. I don't know, just really weird. So this is really light ink. This is a broad nib, which I do like. Again, I bought this in a D-stash. I only paid £13 for this, so I'm not overly, fussed. I didn't buy it direct from, a major shop or anything. It's a broad nib. So if it is genuine, it's genuine. That's fine. If it's not, it's not. So this is a mix of the glass bead game, which I haven't going through a phase at the minute of mixing this with loads. It's very difficult in a pen on its own because it's so light, but it's just beautiful. So I'm going through a phase at the minute of mixing some inks and kind of like putting this with everything. So it was that one, and it was Jacques Herbon Rose Tendresse. So this one. There's a mix of those two, and I think I also put a little bit of cherry blossom in there as well by Octopus. So, but I just thought it just really lovely. Don't know again if it'll pick it up. Might just pick up the shimmer coming from the glass bead game. There we go. It just might. That Twisby Black is showing some sheen, although I know that does. So there we go. So yeah, that's the pink one. And then, last but definitely not least, is my brand new one. This only arrived yesterday. So this is the new Kaweco Sport Honey. So I wasn't quite sure about this when I first saw it. I was like, oh, I don't really do yellows. But I think they drew me in because it's actually called Honey. And not like Sunshine Yellow or something like that, because it's actually called Honey. It kind of just works for me for some reason, because I do. And it definitely does have like a honey kind of vibe to it. Again, this has got the gold hardware, so I bought gold clip. I do really like this clip, actually. I think this is nice. A bit chunkier than some of the others, but really nice. This, again, it just feels more sturdy. The plastic feels thicker than the pink one. Oh, well, I don't know. And yeah, this has got a converter in it. So again, the mini converter, no problems. It fit in perfectly. So in this one, I've got a sample of an ink that I had When I first got into fountain pens, I ordered the Cork Pens subscriptions. They do a 3-month subscription. There's one for inks and one for pens, and it was a really good way. Look at that, I've got it all over my finger because I touched the nib. It was a really good way of building up my ink collection to start with, to give me some new options. They were all sample size, but a decent sample kind of size, and lots of different inks to kind of play with. So in here, this is a diamine golden shimmering sands or something like that, I think it's called. So this is a medium, little bit even, I would say, possibly even a little bit scratchy on this. Not the perfect out the box nib on this particular one, so I will do a bit of tweaking. I think I'm going to have a play and open the tines slightly with the shims, and then just give it maybe a little bit of a little bit of a grind, just to smooth it out a little bit. And this is the honey. I mean, it won't need a lot at all, but you can just feel that kind of like, almost like it's catching in certain places, which to me, you can probably hear it there, that there's a difference, isn't there, between feedback and scratchiness, and this definitely feels like it's catching somewhere. So I'm gonna have to get my my loop out and have a proper look, and then have a bit of a play with that nib, I think. So yeah, it's diamine. See, and the flow's not, I love the shading on it, but it's not consistent. I'm sure it's called Shimmering Sands, something like that. It's a really lovely colour and very different to anything I've got in any other pen or anything else at all. So yeah, very unusual, but I really love this pen. Lots of different options. I actually asked on Fountain Pens UK yesterday for some ideas of different inks to put in, and people have come up with some brilliant ideas. So and a few of them I've got the inks, so hopefully yeah, I can have a bit of a play and swap it. I think with these as well, because the converters are so small, and just splodging. See what I mean? Flow, inconsistent. Because they are so small anyway, and if you don't do a full fill, you're not wasting a lot of ink if you do decide you want to swap it out. So you can kind of see the shimmer in there. Probably needed a bit of a shake. But yeah, so I don't mind playing with those so much, because I don't feel like I'm wasting ink if I swap them out. But to be honest, I think we've all got enough ink to last us a lifetime probably anyway. So if you do swap some out every now and then for a change, it doesn't hurt if you haven't used it all, does it, I suppose? Although I know some people are very specific about wanting to make sure they've emptied their pen, but I don't mind swapping in and out. So yeah, so that's my honey, Kaweco, and my latest purchase. You can definitely see the shimmer coming through on that one. And I do, again, I love the shading on it. I just think it's nice. And it does remind me, that is, to me, reminiscent of honey. I do get the honey vibe, definitely, from that colour. So yeah, so that's all of my pocket pens. So let's put them all together so you can have a look. Put the Kawecos together at the top. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I took that off because I'm very definitely not happy with that. These are the Wancai. Yeah, 6 of those. Tom Studio, which looks really nice on that book, doesn't it? Kind of looks really nice with that green. And then there's the Jinhao and the Marjon. So yeah, there we go. So thank you so much again for popping by. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd love it if you could drop a subscription, and that will just kind of make sure that I'm popping up in your recommendations when I add a new video. I will be adding some more short form bits and pieces as well. The new camera is very good for kind of doing that kind of thing. So any day trips I have out, I recently put up a short, if you want to pop over and have a look, about it was a lovely morning that we had at a local kind of antiques place, with the 1940s film and like all lovely vintage stuff. So that's the kind of thing I like to do, that and National Trust trips. So there'll be a bit of that and that kind of thing as well. So if you like that sort of thing, have a look at my shorts, and I might even do some kind of vlog, not a traditional vlog probably, because I don't think you want to see me so much on camera, but maybe some vlogs of just places out and about and anything that can be related to sort of vintage writing and anything like that, and kind of antiques and stuff that I like, or all kind of fits with the channel, I feel. So yeah, again, thank you so much for coming back, and hope you all hope you all have a happy week. Hope you all have a lovely week, and yeah, thanks. Happy inking, guys. Bye bye.